welcome to Hands Houseplants. This is the first episode of the channel, and I want to start off just by showing you my Alocasia collection, one of my favorites. First off, I want to show you the Regal Shield. Actually, it was one of my absolute favorites. It's so pretty, the texture, the color. And this guy, right now, I have him in a west-facing window only because it's winter and the sunlight isn't as harsh, so I can keep him pretty close to the window right now. But as soon as spring, like early summer hits, I'm definitely going to move him away so he doesn't get burned leaves, and I'll put him in a little bit mellow of a corner. But for watering wise for this guy, he really does like to be consistently moist, like not super soggy, but for this guy I found he enjoys, I call him he enjoys to be kind of on the moist side. For most of these, you'll want to like check with your finger for the soil. It's not, you can kind of go by like a rule of how many times to water for a week, but it's mainly you just feel the soil and you'll kind of know from there. But yeah, out of all of these, this gets watered the most and it's the biggest right now. And then for humidity, I have it kind of next to a humidifier, so it's probably getting like medium humidity. And I also probably once a week or once every other week, I will take a damp paper towel and wipe the leaves just to bring extra humidity there too. And that really seems to help. I mean, don't like drench the leaves, but just enough to get a little coating of water, and it'll dry up within that same day. It shouldn't stay super wet. So the Regal Shield also will grow like 4 to 5 feet. Right now I think it's probably about 3 because I have it on a little stand below. And they also all really reach towards the sun when they grow. So you definitely want to rotate almost, I would say like every time you water or every other time you water, just because it'll avoid kind of really leggy, weird stems, and it just looks a lot better when you can rotate it. So next we have the Adora. Very cool, very pretty. It's actually a new leaf. It's very movable and light green. For this, I would say it likes medium to bright light. I did have it in the same west-facing window as the Regal Shield, and it did get a little bit too much sun, so I backed it away just a little bit, and it seems to be liking that a lot better. For soil, it definitely likes a little bit more of a well-draining soil, but then at the same time it also likes to be slightly moist. Not as much as the Regal Shield, but very little, and that really likes it. And then I have it in kind of like a cover pot, so below will fill with water. It's not actually touching the real pot, but it just fills with water and also helps with humidity as well. And these will grow, I think, 4 to 8 feet, so it is a little bit taller eventually than the Regal Shield. And about same humidity as the Regal Shield. I have it kind of next to, like, in between the humidifier, so it's probably getting about that medium, like 50%, 60% humidity. And then I also wipe the leaves down as well with a damp paper towel, or sometimes I'll go through and mist them, but be careful with the misting because you can mist too much and get the plant too wet. If it doesn't have enough sunlight to dry it off, that could also be really bad. Okay, so next we have the Dragon Scale. Really cool one. It's one of my newest members to the plant family. They love bright and direct sunlight, but too much direct sunlight will burn their leaves and they really don't like it. And kind of the opposite of these guys, it likes to dry out a lot more than them. I'd say wait till like the first like 2 or 3 inches dries out before you water again. And just make sure they're not ever sitting in water. Like they're very prone to root rot, so you don't want to overwater these either. But for humidity, they do like medium to high. I'd say more on the higher side, so I have it right next to my humidifier. And then I also have a little tray, a little dish with some pebbles in it, and I fill that with water, and I'll set it right on top just to act as a humidity tray, just to get that extra humidity that it likes. This, I think it's about 3 feet. It'll grow about 3 feet tall, but indoors, who knows, it might not get as big, but very, very cool one. I like it. Okay, so the next one is black velvet. Really, really cool one, velvety, textured. The veins are going right through it really well. It's very, very pretty. And I'd say this is very similar to the dragon scale. Does not like to be overwatered, does not like to be soggy or sit in water. I'd say it can be a little bit more moist than the dragon scale, but not like too much more. For this, you can wait. You can check with your finger for like the first 2 inches of the soil, and if that's dry, you're okay to water. I also have this under a humidity tray as well, because it does like, I would probably give it at least like 60 to 70% humidity, so I have this kind of right next to the humidifier as well, and that really, really helps. I keep saying but so the black velvet also does not like to be up-potted too often. It actually likes to be quite root bound. So typically you could do like a year or 2, like try to wait as long as you can to repot it, and it'll be a lot happier. Last but not least, we have the California. I'm actually overwintering it for my mom, so I have this one here and then a couple over there by the window. But this likes well-draining soil, does not like to be soggy, can handle being moist. It does like to be slightly moist, but probably wait again for like the first inch or 2 of the soil to dry out before watering it again. For light, it does like bright indirect light, but too much direct sunlight will burn its leaves. So right now, just because it's cooler and it's winter, I have it near the west-facing window, but it's not directly like in that full sun, and it's doing really, really well. Yeah, so they will get about 4 feet tall, I think, mature. Okay, so that is a wrap for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and more videos will be coming soon.